welcome back to my channel. I haven't been on here in like 7 months, I think, but I'm back and I'm better, and we're gonna do a tutorial today on blonde brows. So the look that I'm doing today is going to be so fire. I'm so excited. I'm gonna see if I can insert it for you guys so you can see, but I'm also gonna show you guys the finished like look that I'm doing too. But the main tutorial is gonna be brows, maybe an eye look. I'm not sure yet. Okay, but for brows, right, this is gonna be so super easy, quick, simple, guys. Whether you're a beginner or you just want to brush up on your skills, I'm just brushing my little brow hairs first. I barely have brows, which makes this super easy, but even more easy than it already is. But to start, you're gonna need 2 things, 3 things, maybe 4. Okay, maybe 4. So I'm using a angled brush. It is a little dirty because I tried to make this video yesterday and it didn't turn out great. So you're gonna need a angled brush like this, used or not used, and 2 concealers. So the first concealer we're using is a super light concealer shade. I'm using Radiant Cream Concealer by Neutrogena, and the shade Sugar Light 3. So this is like, you can use this one. I have one that's kind of more on the whitish side. This is kind of like a yellowish undertone, but should I use that one? I'm just gonna use this one. So I'm putting a little on my Petri dish here. So once you have some, I'm going in with my angled brush, just dipping it, making sure not a whole bunch is on there. And it's very simple to regularly doing your brows. You're just following the natural shape of them, starting from the inner corner of your brow or eye, and you're just dragging it out. You can shape it however you want. I haven't tried like that brow shape that's going straight out, and I'm not going to today. Maybe in another video, but I normally do my eyebrows in the natural brow shape, like the angled and on down. I'm starting at the top now. I'm not gonna start directly where I started at the bottom, a little further back, and I'm just brushing it down. Need some more on my brush. You can just fill it in. So I don't know why my brow looks a little janky right now, but I promise it'll look better. And now for the front, I'm just brushing in an upwards motion, very lightly, kind of. Just want to feel it in that spot. Trying to perfect the brow a little bit so I don't have much to clean up. and boom. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just said boom, but we're looking a little thick right now. That's okay, because I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it, I promise. So now we're gonna go in with the other brow. It's completely okay to mess up or make things a little too big or wide when you're doing your brows, okay? Because you can fix it. It's fixable, okay? Don't panic. So now, just like we did the other one, starting from the inner eye and bringing it down. This one is going to be a little more perfect than this one, but don't worry. Starting at the top, a little further back, going on down. Need a little more on my brush. Filling her in and brushing in an upward motion. Okay, we're like getting a little crazy right now. Okay, right? I don't know how I did this one so big, but it's okay. So now we're going to be using a darker, 20 times darker concealer shade. I am using L'Oreal Paris Infallible Wear Full Wear. What shade is this? On the shade Coffee 435. I think this is like their darkest shade, one of their darkest shades. Yeah, we're gonna be using this to shape our brow, clean it up, and the reason why you're gonna use a darker concealer shade or foundation shade is because it makes the blonde brow pop more, if that makes sense. You will definitely be able to tell the difference between using a darker shade concealer versus your normal shade or like your one or two lighter. Definitely makes it different. What did I do with that? Okay, so I'm going to use a flat brush. Am I the only person who always loses everything that they put down when they're doing their makeup? I am? Okay. So I'm gonna be using a flat brush. It's flat enough. Okay. I'm just dipping that in the darker concealer shade. And we're gonna go in and clean up our brow. So I'm gonna start with this one. And where do I wanna start? I'm gonna start at the front here. And we're just brushing it back. You can make your brow as big or as small as you want, of course. I think that's it for this one. We'll see once I do the other one. I used to have such a hard time trying to get my brows to match when I first started doing makeup. It was terrible. Just gonna connect it right in the middle. So that I know they're both on the same page. Now I'm gonna continue carving the brow. By just slightly, slowly sliding my brush downward. So I hope you guys can see how it looks kind of bold already, and I haven't even blended it. So I think that is it. I'm of course gonna make this one smaller. I'm just making sure that they match. It bothers me so much if they don't. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same for the top using that dark concealer shade again. I'm gonna do this brow first, only because it's more than halfway perfect compared to the other. And now I'll use this one as the reference. So as you can see, I just placed my brush here at the beginning of the brow, and I just slid it on back, and now I'm gonna slide it down, just like that. Now I'm gonna do the same to the other. A little more on my brush, and now sliding it down. Okay, so this is how my brows are looking now that I have finished. Very identical. Now I'm going to blend out the concealer, and I'm going to be using my MAC 270S brush as well as some e.l.f. setting spray. I'm going to spray my brush first. I don't know, I just like to do it. I just feel like I get a better blend if my brush is a little not damp, but you know, a little moist at least. What is that? And I let it sit for a little minute on accident. I normally don't. I try to just blend it right out immediately, but it should still blend pretty good. I used to have a very hard time blending when I first started doing my makeup, and don't forget to get in the middle of your brow, just like that. Then we're just gonna pat everything in really good. I'm sorry, I'm looking past the phone because my mirror is over here. Can't see you. I'm gonna blend it as fast as you can with no harsh lines. And you're gonna be putting foundation over this anyway, so you don't really have to worry about any lines of demarcation. Okay, but we're looking pretty good. And that is how you do a blonde brow. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes maybe to show you guys my eye makeup, maybe an eye makeup tutorial, probably not. But I'm gonna show you guys the finished product, so stay tuned. This is how your brows should look.
Whatever you do, just stay true and show passion. When you talk, be precise.
I took a flight for the